North Bay police are still investigating the disappearance of Luke Joly Durocher, who was last seen shortly before midnight in North Bay's downtown on March the 4th, 2011. Over the past years, North Bay Police Service investigators have conducted hundreds of interviews and followed up on as many leads and tips, trying to ascertain what has happened to Luke. I know the city police and the OPP all have an interest in solving this case, said Scott Todd, the North Bay Police Chief. The North Bay Police Service and the OPP held a collective conference urging the public to come forward with more information about the disappearance of Luke back in early March 2011. The other part of a missing person investigation is sometimes people do not realize how important the information they have is, said Fredericks. They may not have witnessed the direct crime, but in terms of what they saw, someone with a particular person, even that might be very helpful. Billboards featuring Luke's image are put up on both highways 11, 17, and 63 near North Bay, where hopes of the signage will generate more information about the missing person investigation. On March the 3rd, 2011, Luke left his father's home in North Bay, Ontario. According to Rob, his father, he had to work overtime at a pulp and paper mill in Temiskaming, so Luke was unable to stay with him the following night. After leaving his father's home, Luke stayed with friends in North Bay at an apartment located at 683 Sherbrooke Street in the city of Nipissing District. That evening, he and his friends were drinking when they decided to visit Cecil's Eatery and Bar Society located in the 100th block of the Main Street at the intersection of Wild Street. The group arrived at 11:54 p.m., but Luke was denied entry due to his level of intoxication and left the bar alone. It is reported that a snowstorm was moving through the area at that time. A CCTV camera from the licensed establishment showed him leaving the establishment alone and walking onto its patio, where he initially turned left before realizing he needed to go right in order to make it onto Main Street. From there, footage shows him standing outside of Zoom nightclub before heading west onto Main Street toward a Bank of Montreal location. Cut-off images from the bank show a man believed to be Luke entering, followed by an unidentified male. Police believe he was observed socializing at the bar Shooter's Pub, located at the Voyageur Inn on Delaware Street, and police confirmed later that Luke had obtained a ride from at least one of the patrons. Additional witnesses have come forward, and police know other people may have been socializing with Luke before he disappeared. Luke was reported missing to the North Bay Police Service on March the 7th, 2011 by his parents. On March the 15th, 2011, Luke's bank card was found in a snowbank by a pedestrian in the 500th block of Sherbrooke Street. According to the bank records, he last accessed his account on the day he went missing, having withdrawn $20. On March the 11th, 2011, police searched the eastern part of North Bay's downtown. The team included a psychic and a search dog, which was given a bag of Luke's clothes, in the hopes it would pick up his scent. It ran to the apartment before leading investigators to Main Street and back around to Sherbrooke Street, eventually bringing searchers to the Kinsman Trail. It reportedly barked at the bank of Chippewa Creek. In April 2011, the North Bay Police Service, with the help of the Sûreté du Québec and the Ontario Provincial Police Canine Unit, conducted ground searches in a rural area close to Temiskaming. 2 months later, on June the 16th, 2011, the OPP's Underwater Search and Rescue Unit had divers search Lake Nipissing near the water treatment plant for clues. This search was based on a tip from the public. In March 2016, a pre-existing $10,000 reward for the information was increased to $50,000 with the assistance of the OPP and the Ministry of Community Safety and Correctional Services. On June the 14th, 2016, the North Bay Police Service and the Sûreté du Québec searched a home on Boucher Street in Temiskaming. Nothing was located, but investigators returned the following day. During the initial search, Police seized Luke's dark navy American Eagle jacket, his cell phone, his keys, and his prescription glasses from the apartment at which he had been staying. The residence would later become the subject of a forensic investigation. According to his phone records, his last communication was a text to his father at 8:51 p.m. on the evening of March the 4th, 2011, asking for a ride home to Quebec the next day. Described by those who knew him as very outgoing and social, Luke was known for his warm nature towards others. He was always smiling and never afraid to go in for a hug. Those around him loved his easygoing nature, and he was your typical teenager boy who loved hockey and music. He was an avid piano and guitar player, and he believed his music would one day make him famous. Rob has since moved and sold his home in North Bay and moved to Chippewa, Quebec. He now lives a short drive from where Luke's old apartment in Temiskaming used to be. Rob always lights a candle on Luke's birthday, paying homage to a line his son always used to say to him, "Lots of light to you, Dad." Over the years, the family has held numerous candlelight vigils and done all the things they can to raise money for the reward, including holding community concerts. Luke Joly Durocher was born on June 28, 1990, to parents Monique Durocher and Rob Joly in Temiskaming, Quebec. While his parents eventually divorced, the family remained a tight-knit unit, with Luke and his sisters Priscilla and Sarah keeping in constant contact with each other. And when he went missing from North Bay, Ontario, Canada on March the 4th, 2011, he was searched for by everyone that knew him. He was 20 years old, and he was last seen wearing a dark navy American Eagle jacket, a gray sweatshirt with a purple logo on the lower left side, dark blue or black jeans, a purple studded belt, and a pair of black New Balance running shoes with green stitching. It's noted his belt and a black laptop shoulder bag he owned have never been recovered. At the time of his disappearance, he had a slim build, standing at approximately 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighing 150 pounds. He has short, curly, dark brown hair and brown eyes, and often has facial hair. He has a scar on his right forearm, which is thinner than his left, and he has braces on his upper teeth. This high-profile investigation has been the subject of much media and community attention. It is their collective belief that this investigation is solvable and encourage anyone with information to come forward. They can contact the North Bay Police Service tip line at 705-497-5555 or the OPP at 1-888-310-1122. And those wishing to remain anonymous can call Near North Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477, or you can submit a tip online at nearnorthcrimestoppers.com. You can also remember that the North Bay Police Service, with the assistance of the Ontario Police, Provincial Police, and the Ministry of Community Safety and Correctional Services, are offering a reward of up to $50,000 to anyone who comes forward with information concerning the persons or persons responsible for Luke's disappearance.